Good to go.
Hi, I'm Gena L Info, and this is Maximum Overdrive. He's going to help me show you how to show a dog in 4-H. So the first thing you need to know is that there are 3 categories, and that's showmanship, obedience, and agility. And I guess I'll start with showmanship. First, how many of you are dog people? How many of you have dogs? Would you like to do anything more with them? Anybody? Anyways, so first is showmanship. We need to have a show lead. And we need to special order these because not many people show dogs. So you can get them at Slogan's and special order on them. They'll come in the mail. And just slip them on like this. And you tighten that right there. And then there you go. So I need a judge. Who wants to be a judge? Anybody? Got it. So you can stand right here. You can stand right here. Like right here. So when you're on the show read, you're going to be in a line, and when that happens, you just wait for them to show themselves. And then when it's your turn, you need to put them up like this. Because this is a small dog, so he needs to be on a table. You gotta make sure that he's standing stacked like this. Make sure his hocks.
He's got to move, Gena, sorry. Because, yeah, there you go.
So you need to make sure his hocks, which are these right here, kind of like a horse, are straight. And you need to make sure that these right here are square. And you got to keep this balled up because you don't want it to dangle down. You got to keep them up like this. And the judge is going to feel them, touch them around and stuff. And sometimes they'll try to move the foot or something, and you got to move it back. And just stand like this. And then the judge is going to be looking for smoothness and for a peppy dog, someone who's happy, and someone who looks really happy in the ring. So the first thing you got to do is make your dog happy. Come on, Max. Make him happy, wag his tail. Come on, buddy. And then you got to memorize patterns, which is like there's the L, there's the T, and then there's there and back, and then there's all the way around. So if the judge is standing here, you gotta do a courtesy circle. You always start with a courtesy circle. And then for a T, you do this, and turn around, and you gotta switch, because you never want to be in between the dog and the judge. And you gotta switch here too. And then you gotta go here, and you gotta do smooth and fast, and then make sure he doesn't sit afterwards. He's too obedient. So then there's the L, which is also another courtesy circle. And you do this, and you do a switch, and you gotta step behind him like this, so you're not in between the judge and the dog. And then he's gotta stay straight. And then sometimes the judge will ask you to do 2 at a time. So what you have to do is, say there's another person right here, your dog has to be next to your dog, and then you have to move down like this on the judge, make him turn into you, and then you have to move this one back to the judge with the other person. You have to do it at the same time. So that's all I'm going to show for showmanship. And next is obedience, which is you got to work on stand for exams, sit and stays, down and stays, which are just laying down, and then you got to do recall. Sit. You gotta make sure your dog knows how to stay. And in order to do that, you gotta make sure that he's right next to you. And then you gotta, if he like starts to get up like that, you gotta go back, put him back where you intended him to be. You can't let him move, otherwise he'll think he can move still. So then he'll eventually be able to just stay. So for the sit and stay, what you have to do is you have to have him stay sitting for about a minute. And he can't get up. If he does, then you're out. And then when you return, the judges say exercise finished. So you walk around the dog like this and return like this. And give him a treat. As he likes to. And then there's also a down stay, which is just laying down. Sit. Sit.
Give me a treat.
Sit. So the next thing is the recall, and this one's a little tricky. You gotta tell him to stay. And then you've got to tell him to come. Come next. He's gotta come right in the middle, like right here. So, and then you have to tell him to heel. Heel next. Begin to heel. And to teach him how to heel, all you have to do is this. Now I get the treat right here and keep him interested. And then he's got to sit afterwards, otherwise it's not healing. And stand for exam. I need another judge. Anyone? So stand for exam, what you have to do is you have to, the judge will tell you to stand your dog and leave him ready. So you gotta stand him like this. And then you gotta tell him, you gotta stack them, make sure they're nice and straight. And then tell him to stay. Yes, stay. And then the judge will come and she'll feel him, kind of pat him down. Just kind of pat him down. You feel him. If he moves his legs, then he's out. But if he stays still, he can move his head. But if he stays still, then it's good. And then she'll say, return to your dog, and then just go around here. Move around again. And then he can stay standing because it's a stand for exam. And now agility. So agility, I couldn't bring in any agility equipment, but there are 8 obstacles that you can do, and that's the jump, the lead poles, and the chute, the tire, the tunnel, the A-frame, which is just going up like this, the dog walk, which is kind of like a cat walk, but for dogs, and then the teeter-totter, which is where you go up and then the thing falls down. And it's kind of tricky. I haven't taught him how to do the teeter-totter yet, but he knows how to do everything else. He's pretty slow though, because he likes treats. So he goes fast when he has a treat. So that's about it for dog showing.